Hello, and welcome back to another Heist episode here on the Mystery Docket at Alexander Society. I'm your host, Tim, who may or may not have been tricked into a heist for someone to commit insurance fraud. And with me here is my best friend and co-host, Derek, who just tossed a sandwich out the window and got us all caught. How you doing, Derek?
Oh, like hell I'm ever going to toss a perfectly good sandwich out the window. You fucking shitting me? What kind of... Okay, what kind of sandwich is it? What kind of sandwich?
Salami sandwich.
What kind of cheese and dressing did it have?
They just said it was a salami sandwich. It was so from what I understand, it was like a convenience store sandwich, but it was like in Europe where they have a lot better like deli meats.
Okay, so it's like corner store food there, but it'd be like gourmet here in the U.S.
It would be one of those like it would put Subway to shame for certain. By a fact like,
well, that's not a very high bar. Let's be clear here.
I'm not going to disagree there.
I go to Subway when I just want some meatball slop and a root beer.
Yeah.
I just want some meatballs slopped onto a couple bits of bread with some cheese and toasted. And a root beer. That's why I go to Subway.
Not a bad reason to go to Subway, not going to lie.
And it's not good. It's never good.
So what are you drinking tonight, Derek?
I have, going back to my old favorites, Angry Scotsman. I actually went to the brewery to pick this up.
Hell yeah. We love visiting breweries.
Yeah, and it was a fucking nightmare.
Oh, God.
Because I went there after work, and I don't know if you know the route between OU Medical and...
I do not.
It cuts right through downtown. I passed right by the stadium where the Thunder game is tonight, and it is already fucking packed.
Shit.
The streets were already fucking filled. I was dodging pedestrians left and right. Like it doesn't even start for another couple hours, and it was already a nightmare like an hour and a half ago.
Damn.
Yeah. And so anyways, I stopped by Angry Scotsman. Rusty Kiltpin, Scottish style export ale. It's the Angry Scotsman kind of signature. 12 ounces, 5.2%. It's a nice dark malty beer with a little bit of like a caramel taste to it. It's fantastic. It's a good, you take a big gulp of it. You take a big gulp and it just feels like heaven going down your throat. It's lovely. I fucking love Angry Scotsmen so much. They are God, it's fucking disgusting how good they are. Yeah. Also, I don't know if we noticed like when we went there, but they've got like pride flags up everywhere.
I don't remember there being pride flags. It seemed more inclusive though. Like it didn't seem like the kind of place that would hate pride flags, so I can very easily see it. And it's been like 2-3 years too.
Yeah, there's even like an or not an an asexual flag up there, like a little asexual flag, like in a planter. They had like a lesbian pride thing on the
fuck yeah,
on the cash register.
I like that.
Like hell yeah, that rocks. Anyways, Tim, what are you drinking?
So, I went to a liquor store before last episode, which is one I've only been like 3 or 4 times ever, but it's right across from my Walmart that like my super center I go to because it's like 5 minutes down the road. It's a super center, great. And I picked up last week's cider, and then I also picked up this week's cider.
Mm-hmm.
It's from Blake's Hard Cider Co. I didn't get a location on them, so I don't know where they're from, but it's very clearly like a smaller brewery. And it's called Triple Jam, which is strawberry, blackberry, raspberry hard cider.
That sounds fucking incredible.
It fucks. Like, it tastes so fucking good, Derek. It is 6.5%, by the way.
That's solid. That's good. That's some fortitude right there.
Oh, yeah. What's crazy is it's also gluten-free. Not a lot of ciders are that gluten-free.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm smoking on that celiac pack.
Another thing it has up on there, it's 3 berry punch perfection, and like, yeah, it's like if you took a Red's apple ale, but took out of the corporate bullshit watering down of flavors and just like went wholehearted on like a triple jam idea with a cider. It tastes so fucking good. Like, you're gonna sip this, and I think you'll love it just as much, if not more, than that peach one.
Excellent. God, that sounds really good.
Because it tastes so fucking good.
That cider you're drinking, that sounds fucking terrific. That sounds really good.
It's so fucking good. I was like, you know, those one of the ones. This is either gonna be delicious or this is gonna taste like absolute dog water, and you're like, I don't know if I should buy it because it goes one of two ways. This is the kind of like alcoholic drink where you know there's no middle ground where it's just okay and you're not necessarily disappointed, but you're not happy either. It's either disgusting or perfection, and it hit perfection.
Excellent. Lovely. I am excited.
So this week we were talking about the Antwerp diamond heist.
The Antwerp. Or, wait, no, the Dutch don't pronounce them like V's, so it'd be Antwerp. Antwerp. I don't know, I'm not good.
Everyone I've heard say it says it's Antwerp, and I am not a... that's one of those... The way you said it's one of those like where I get the verbal tics where like I can't do it right, and like I know I'm gonna just struggle.
I'm gonna say two things about the Dutch language. One, they've been so closely culturally associated with the English for so long that the anglicized form of their names might as well be correct. And the second thing is, I don't respect their language, so mispronounce it. Like, who gives a shit?
Okay, so our story, our actual heist is on the day after Valentine's Day, 2003. However, we got to set the story up a little bit, and I got to give you a little story on how the Antwerp Diamond District actually works. So think, you know those bank vaults where you go for a safety deposit box?
Okay, yeah.
Think that mixed with like an office space mixed with like a strip mall.
Ew. What the fuck?
Yeah. It's really weird. I haven't got to see like the whole thing, but like it's a little bit like that. Like during the day, as long as you have an item in the vault, you can go in, and it's just the door's wide open. Like it works just like a safety deposit vault works normally, but think it's a lot more expensive because it's like there's almost always diamonds or gold or whatever.
It sounds like a Swiss like tax evasion bank opened up a satellite branch in Plano. That's like
it's also known as the Diamond Quarter. Its campus covers about 1 square mile.
That's pretty big.
That's not the vault itself, like that's the district kind of thing. It's not.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just the campus. Yeah.
So we really start off with our players. I'll go ahead and introduce them. So our main character today is Leonardo Notarbartolo. It's almost a repeating name where like it makes you want to repeat things, but it's not actually. Leonardo Notarbartolo. I apologize. I'm not trying to mess that up.
Notarbartolo.
Bartolo, or I've heard it, like I've listened to a couple of YouTube videos on it, and they said it perfectly each time. It's Italian. Like I can't. Do you want me to spell it for you?
Type it out for me. I really want to.
It's Notarbartolo.
Notarbartolo.
You got it right first try. Holy shit.
Hell yeah.
Because like I've heard it pronounced. It's just one of those words like your brain like it communicate it properly.
Yeah, there's too many vowels in that name. But they're not vowels where like they're all scrunched up together, you might be able to distinguish them. They're like there's like breaks between the vowels, and so it makes it harder to kind of predict where the word is going.
Yeah. So let's introduce the heist crew. We've got Leo. That's what I'm going to call him because I'm not going to be able to pronounce his last name properly. He is a professional thief. He was actually part of the School of Turin, which was a loose affiliation of Italian thieves at the time, run out of the city of Turin, Italy. The School of Turin.
What was this called? It was the School of Turin, and this was a thieves guild.
Yes, but I wouldn't. It doesn't sound like it's quite as like tight knit. I don't want to say tight knit, but like it doesn't feel like it was as organized as a full thieves guild would be.
So it's. I'm sorry. This is just like a fan. It's like a loose like intentional like association, but like it just sounds like a thieves guild. Like that's even the name sounds like it came out of fucking Elder Scrolls.
A lot of people would describe the School of Turin as a thieves guild, but like it from what I understand, it works more practically like as you would imagine a thieves guild works. Like there's not like a from my understanding. Again, I didn't research into them, but it was mentioned and it's described a little bit. It's not quite like a full organization kind of like connection. It's more like closer to the good old boy system. Like, hey, I know this guy or whatever kind of style. It's like, hey, I know this person to help out with this thing, or it's like a word of mouth organization kind of thing. Not like
they're not. It's not going to have like rosters or like membership roles or anything like that. But it's like a network of like an interconnected network of.
It's a network. That's the best way to put it. But it's a network of thieves, is what I would put it.
It's a professional organization.
He also.
It's like a loose like an unofficial professional organization, but for thieves. That's awesome.
Yes. So he had ties to the...
Sorry, hold on real quick. I'm in Diamond Heisters Union Local number 743 out of Turin.
Oh, goodness.
I don't care if the cops are coming. I'm taking my union mandated 15. Talk to my shop guy about it. I don't give a shit.
Here's the wrench that puts in any theories that we have on like if someone ran off with the diamonds or the insurance fraud. Leo had connections to the Italian mafia.
Well, yeah, it's a union.
Yeah, we don't. The question is how deep it was. It sounds like he was like related to someone, not necessarily like a high man, but like someone who had some influence in the Italian mafia. So we don't know. It potentially could have been orchestrated by the Italian mob, but it probably wasn't, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not a thing you can rule out without someone finally coming out and like, yeah, it definitely was. And then if they deny it, you wouldn't believe them, kind of thing.
Right. Yeah.
And then next we've got Leo's buddy old pal, Speedy. They've all got nicknames, except for Leo.
Why didn't Leo have a nickname?
I don't know. Speedy is Pietro Terranavo. I'm not going to be able to pronounce that last name right, but...
It's fine, they're Italians.
And he was like longtime buddy friend. Like they worked together on a couple different heists, but he's the with Speedy. He's your he's the squirrel. He's the nervous, twitchy guy. He's the one who fucks everything up because he's too nervous. Not like during the job, but like of getting caught. Like,
yeah,
hey, they're on to us or whatever. He's the one who fucks everything up with the sandwich later.
Yeah, he's the dipshit in the action movie who like drops his fucking grenade or something.
Potentially. Next, we've got the monster. What do you think the monster was?
The monster.
What was his role in the heist?
Is he the big guy that intimidates people?
He's the muscle.
Excellent. Yes. Is he from Eastern Europe or is he also Italian?
Fernando Finitudo.
Unfortunate. I was really hoping for like a Romanian or something.
He's tall, muscular, expert lockpick, electrician, mechanic, and a driver. And he's strong.
So he's Italian Vin Diesel.
Potentially, yes. Next, we've got the genius.
The nerd.
Yes, so he's the one who's going to take care of all the alarm system and all that. He's believed to be... I'm not going to pronounce this name right, and I apologize. Elio de Orano. It's Elio D apostrophe Onorio.
Elio Denorio.
Elio Denorio. Okay, yeah. And then we've got... Tell me this doesn't sound like it came out of a D&D campaign or something fantasy. The King of Keys.
I am the keymaster. Are you the gatekeeper?
I was not expecting the Ghostbusters reference, but love it.
Cross the streams.
So, the one thing about the King of Keys, he's the only one that we don't have a potential identity. We don't know jack shit about him other than he was an old man.
Well, yeah, no shit. He's the King of Keys. You don't fucking corner the King of Keys.
He's described as one of the best key forgers in the world.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah. I love these guys. Actually, like this is rad. This is cool as shit, actually.
Starting off sounds awesome. We've got a scrappy little heist crew. So everyone had like a specific like direct role except for kind of like Speedy. I thought Speedy, like at first, like with the name that he was going to be the getaway driver, but the monster's the driver. I think Speedy was just an extra set of hands. Like they needed more people to carry shit out.
He was the dipshit little cousin that your mom forces to play with you and your friends.
Potentially. That or you're like, I feel bad. The last 3 heists, I left my little brother out. I gotta drag him along this time.
Mom said it's my turn on the diamond heist. Just walking into the vault while they're like stuffing the bags full of diamonds. Just like, Dad, I foed up.
I was not ready for that one. So, our story kind of starts in 2000, the year 2000. Because that's when, so you can have, like I was mentioning, it's kind of like an office space / like strip mall kind of thing. Leo opens up an office space there at the Antwerp Diamond Center because he's got a vault there. He's storing his, like, his ill-gotten gains there.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
Now, a lot of people... At first, I started 50-50. I think it's more 75-25. A lot of people say that the only reason he rented was for this heist. And I don't think that necessarily was it. Because, like, it was one of the best places to store shit. Like, as far as I know, this heist is the only time it's ever been broken into.
Mm.
And it's the diamond net, like, the place to have diamonds. Like, a lot, like, 80, I don't remember the exact percentage, but 80 plus to like 90 plus, I don't remember like I said, I don't remember the percentage of all diamonds run through this area. Like they come through here at some point or another. So it's the place to have diamonds.
Okay. What's really interesting to me is that what the first thing I think of in my mind is that, oh, if they're letting, because there's no fucking way they don't know he's storing stolen shit there. So like,
he's not a known thief at the time. Like, locally, he's a known thief. But, like, he's coming back. Like, but you gotta think, you gotta estimate, like, probably, like, 20 to 30% of the people who have a vault there is gonna be stolen shit.
Yeah, so, like, there's no way that they don't know that there's stolen shit in there. So, when my brain processes that, what I'm thinking is...
You're thinking the insurance fraud has a little bit more credence now?
No, I'm thinking he's hedging that if he steals a bunch of shit from here, if he ever gets caught, the charges are going to be less than what he actually did, because the bank's not going to admit to having all the stolen shit that he then stole himself.
So he claims it's actually the opposite. He claims, so the big headline dollar amount that is stolen is $100 million worth of diamonds, jewelry, and all kinds of stuff out of these safe deposit boxes. He claims they only got away with $20 million worth.
Okay, now I'm seeing the insurance fraud angle. It might be kind of a 9/11 sort of situation where, like, yeah, George Bush didn't do it, but he sure capitalized on it.
I think that's potentially what happened. I think they so he gets his office in 2000, the year 2000. He waits for about 3 years to do the heist. I think potentially he didn't start renting that office as for the heist, but like, hey, it's the best place to store it. I can keep an eye on my ill-gotten gains, and I can potentially like suss out leads to go steal other places.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what it started as. And so the religion / race / whatever of the person supposedly that this happens is in each interpretation I've heard is different, and some people don't even believe he exists, but someone approaches Leo to just figure out if it's possible to break in and steal it. And his first initial reaction is, we're told, is no, it's not possible. But the guy's like, can you just case it, see? So he brings in like a pin camera. You remember how those were a big thing back in, like, remember when the toys, like, I'm a spy, and it's got like the pin camera, the watch camera, all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
They were absolute trash. But so he uses a pin camera, kind of cases it.
Yeah, I loved that shit when I was a kid.
Oh, I thought that was dope as shit, but looking back, they were so poor quality, and like we probably would have been disappointed if we ever got them.
Like the pen with the invisible ink, and then the other side of the pen had the black light on it.
Yep, I love that shit.
That was my shit.
So he cases it and comes to the conclusion, no. And then a couple months later, supposedly, this is the, in theory, the guy returns, is like, hey, come with me. And he takes him to an off-site where everyone but Speedy is already there.
Mm-hmm.
And they have set up an exact replica of the vault.
Excellent.
In a warehouse.
Excellent. This is the part of the movie where I'm getting real invested.
Yes. So this is one of the more concrete things, is there was a replication of the vault set up. This is leans in. So if the person that asked about the casing the joint is probably like a 20% probability of people believing it's true, this is probably up towards 70, because like this is one of those cases where like the details are like, he didn't talk a whole lot. Like, he got the charges. Like, he had mob connections. He's not gonna talk shit like a lot. Like,
yeah, a mob rat.
This is probably the recreation of the vault is probably. I don't think he would rat on the mob, but like on, unless it.
Right. Yeah.
He seemed like he understood his role. Like, he didn't talk on anyone. Like, he didn't rat anyone out. Like, he didn't talk at all, from what I understand.
Right.
He did give details of the crime, but he didn't rat any. Like, he didn't give any identities away, is what I will say.
Yeah.
The recreation of the vault has like a 70 to, I want to say 80% probability of being true, just because the way they knew the layout way too good. The way they were able to get away with it, it was so practiced that it had to have been quite literally practiced. Like, they spent a couple nights getting like everything cracked down, ready to go. The genius figures out, so they have seismic alarms, but the genius figures out that it's actually like, you know how something that's super high tech is actually really low tech. Like, it does something really high tech, but the way it's done is low tech.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Their seismic alarms were just two magnets that, if they came out of alignment, would set off the seismic alarm.
Oh, hell yeah.
So the genius just grabs a piece of sheet metal, puts it behind it, and pulls them away.
Excellent. That is fantastic.
The night before the heist, so like the 15th, because it goes from the 15th into the 16th. Leo goes ahead and goes into the vault like right before close, and he sprays the thermal sensor with hairspray, and it obscures it.
That's cool. That feels like a pretty major defect with the thermal sensor.
Well, you got to remember this is 2003. Even if you have a thermal sensor, it's not that great at this time.
Yeah, but man, they couldn't do this today, could they?
No. In this manner, no, they could not.
Well, today all of that shit would be run by AI, so
It'd probably be easier. It would probably be easier.
yeah, the security system would be hallucinating intruders so often that the security guards would just be like, another false alarm.
That, or they could introduce, like they could hack the AI and have it, like, in the months prior, set off a bunch of, like, false alarms, so they just learn to ignore it. Even if the AI is doing decent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they don't know how long that's going to last. So what? Let me back up. Sorry. They get the pin because the door has a key and it has a code, and they get the code by just setting up a camera, like a drop camera or whatever, on a fire extinguisher, and watch them enter it.
And watch them enter it. That's so fucking perfect.
Yeah. And then the key to the actual vault door was just sitting in a storage closet.
Oh. How did they find that out?
Because, like, because when you walk through it during the day, like, sometimes the door would be open and you could see it hanging on the hook.
That's fucking crazy.
And they were able to go in. The King of Keys supposedly either recreated that key when didn't need it, or, from what I understand, was able. So the safety deposit boxes were like a two-factor kind of thing. You know how you'll have two keys,
right?
They were able to, from what it sounds like, the King of Keys did the one, and then the monster, the lockpicker, did the other one and was able to get them through. It sounds like that was those two's role.
Hell yeah.
Because, like, otherwise the King of Keys doesn't make sense in the story. Like, because, like, the front vault door, from what I understand, is they just grab the key that's hanging out there.
Right.
The King of Keys has to have either there's a lot of hallucinated part of the story, like the door having the key being in the supply closet is so, like I said, this is one of those heists that, like, it's kind of been pieced together / some details were given, but, like, there's multiple varying accounts is what I will say.
Okay. Yeah.
So if they found the key, unless the King of Keys was part of the actual vaults, like the vault, like the storage lockers or whatever they're called. I can't remember the term right offhand for some reason. Safety deposit box. That's what I'm thinking of. Unless he was there for those, I don't see him really being a factor of that, or he's an invented part of the story.
Okay.
But everyone agrees there was a King of the Keys, so, like, I don't know. So Leo sprays the hairspray, like I said, and then he comes back later, like right before close, and then they actually come back in later that night under the guise of expanding his little office space thingy, and they even have, like, a ladder setting to the side that they staged beforehand. They're able to get into the vault like that, and onto the infrared sensor. They spray it with what's that called? It's not like, I think it's styrofoam, like not like those cans where, like, you'll see it, like the yellow hardening stuff. Is that
like insulation?
Kind of like insulation, but it's not like it's a different thing. It's similar though.
Okay. I get what you're laying down though. Yeah, I get.
They cover the infrared sensor with that after they've already taken care of the seismic sensor, like I mentioned earlier, and then they put a cardboard box even more on top of that, and they just get to work busting vaults.
Hell yeah, dudes rock. I love a good dudes rock story.
I mean, it definitely has that vibe for sure. I just keep knocking shit over in this last, like, 2 minutes.
Just me and the boys getting together to steal a bunch of diamonds.
Yeah. So from there, they open vaults. Let me see if I can find how many vaults they supposedly opened, because I can't remember. Okay, so there's 189 vaults. Can you guess how many they cracked?
20 million? I'll say 50.
They got 109 cracked.
Oh, shit.
Okay, and then I'm gonna rewind again. This one's intentional. So the reason why I put a little bit more stock on the insurance fraud theory is because they were supposed to be storing a shipment of diamonds from De Beer that just came in.
Huh. Okay.
I don't have a set amount that shipment was supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee it's a good portion of the money that is claimed, if whether or not it was actually stolen or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's... That's convenient timing. Is there any way that they would have known about that?
So I don't think our thieves knew about the shipment. However, if you take stock in Leo, it was orchestrated by someone else, like that guy that supposedly came to Leo, and like, hey, case it. Then like, hey, I have a recreation set up.
Right. Oh, so that's how he would have gotten the recreation, was he got it directly from the, like, what is this, like a bank?
It's a diamond conglomerate is what I assume, like a diamond supplier, but like a bigger
Diamond depository?
kind of, yeah. And so they get out and they're able to. They get 109 of the 189 safety deposit boxes cracked open.
Mm-hmm.
So they go through. They get it all out, and they're out within like 6 hours or something. Like, from my understanding, it starts around. I don't want to say it starts actually at midnight, but close to midnight, and then like they're in and out in under 6 hours, because like the morning guard hasn't gotten there at 6 a.m. and it's like banking hours, so they're not opening really early, but they do get people there early-ish, so like 7 or 8 is when people probably start showing up.
Right.
If they follow the same like banking stuff you see here in America, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And then they had trained so well on the pseudo bank vault that they needed next to no light. Like, they had like a little like like those pop lights that were really the rage back in.
Right.
It doesn't actually describe it as that, but that's what I'm putting it in my mind as, is those little touch lights that you battery operated that you used to like screw in as a kid that looked kind of like a smoke detector.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I'm picturing in my head. I know it's probably not looks like that, but that's.
Mm-hmm.
No one ruined my fun. They get back and they go through the bags, and either, if you believe in the insurance fraud, they find out like 90% of them are empty on the little because they had like the safety boxes had like little sachets or whatever, something in them. And 90% were empty because the De Beers committed insurance fraud. Or they found $100 million worth of loot.
Uh-huh.
And so they start going through their loot. I didn't mention this earlier. It's probably going to be a little bit of a short episode, but I don't know exactly how much I'll get out of this. So from there, they kind of try and wait for stuff to cool off. So Leo and Speedy go to dispose of evidence, and they're kind of going into the woods. And Leo walks off to take a piss. And he sees Speedy just throwing shit out the window because he's nervous, panicking shit. Instead of actually, like, the original plan is to burn shit, right? Speedy's just like too panicked, so Leo tries to grab all the incriminating shit that he can think of, and like then they haul ass out of there because
God, Speedy, you fuck up.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like if Speedy didn't fuck up, like they would have gotten away with it. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So from there, the owner of the property, which was a farmer, comes in and thinks, "Oh, it's kids off the highway are littering again." So he calls the local law enforcement. It's like, "Hey, they've been littering," and law enforcement don't do jack shit at first. And then he goes to actually looking at the stuff. It's like, "Hey, I found a piece of paper that has like the like like seal or whatever, like business papers that have like whatever on top of this business organization or whatever that were really popular back in the day. This has a thing for the Diamond Center. Let me call them back and let them know." So they go and look at it, and it has Leo's like little business shit all over it.
Oh, Jesus.
And here's where the sandwich comes into play. Part of what was thrown out the window was a salami sandwich that they had bought from a local shop that they were able to go in and look. There's Leo buying the sandwich.
You fucking idiot. You had it. You just had to get fucking nervous. Start throwing shit.
If Speedy was not in this heist, I don't see this heist being caught. Full stop. I don't.
What did Speedy actually do in the heist?
Like I said, it sounds like he was an extra set of hands.
Hey, look, this is our mascot. Like, what the fuck?
That is also an apt description. Like, from what it sounds like, their plan was to get through as much as they can. And if you just have... It sounds like the master... It's not explicitly stated, but it sounded like the master of key was not involved in the actual heist itself.
Mm-hmm.
He was part of the prep work or whatever. And then, so...
Instead of Speedy Gonzalez, we have Speedy Giacomo. All right, well, I guess I'll go fuck myself.
I didn't think it was funny, so I was moving on.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Speedy jokes have been kind of dead for a while for me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, my childhood friends and Adam. My brain is like foggy right now for some reason. Adam had a sister, and she worked at a Mexican restaurant called Speedy's, and like, I burnt out on those Speedy jokes a long time ago. Like when I was a kid.
What? It's just funny because it was, instead of Gonzalez, it's an Italian name. It's Giacomo. It starts with a G.
I understand that. It's just anything related to the term Speedy, like, just flies out the window for me.
I just want you to know I'm walking into traffic once we're done recording.
No balls.
All right, yeah.
I get a call from Caitlin. You dumbass.
Listen here, motherfucker.
In fact, they get DNA evidence off of the sandwich.
Excellent. Wonderful. You fucking idiot. You fuck ups. Sure. Okay, so this has been made into a movie, right?
A couple different times, where I understand.
A couple, yeah, okay. Because the real life just reads like a movie.
This is the most, hey, this was a heist movie plot that legitimately happened in real life.
It's like legitimate, like actual a bunch of like.
It's more heist movie than the Baker Street heist was, and that was like movie plot bullshit.
This literally reads like a fucking knockoff of Ocean's 11. I can.
It's theorized that this. I know Ocean's 11 takes inspiration from a lot of different heists, but it's theorized that this is a major inspiration. That's either. I don't think they've ever said like what specific heist Ocean's 11 was based off of, because it was based off a book first, but like the movie is not hardly anything like the book, from my understanding.
Well, it was originally based off of a movie from the 70s. It was also called Ocean's 11, where Frank Ocean was played by Frank Sinatra.
I did not know that.
And all of the supporting actors were the Rat Pack. And it was literally just like something that the Rat Pack did for fun.
Interesting.
And that's where the Ocean's 11, because later on, Tom was it? Yeah, it was Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt.
There was a lot of early 2000s actors in that movie. Like, a lot of early 2000s star power.
Yeah, but specifically Brad Pitt and the other, whoever the other fucking guy was, I think it was Tom Cruise. They were real big. No, it was fuck. It was Brad Pitt and somebody else. They were really big fans of the Rat Pack, and they just like
Matt Damon.
of the original Ocean's 11, and they were like, hey, it'd be really fun if we just got a bunch of our friends together and made this movie just like the Rat Pack did. God damn it, what?
Now I'm looking up who all was in Ocean's 11. So it had Clooney,
George Clooney,
Matt Damon, Brad Pitt, and then Anthony Garcia were like the main like big names at the time.
Yeah, it was Pitt and Clooney because in real life they're like best friends.
I did not know that information, but hey ho. So he like George Clooney and Pitt are like the Matt Damon and Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Or like yeah. Okay. Let me get back to the right tab. Let me get to the right one. So Leo shows back up to the Diamond Center 5 days after the heist on the 21st. And they hook him up. They sit him down and they try and get him to confess, and he doesn't. But through the process, they're able to deduce that they're able to find out Speedy, the monster, and the genius, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And so the three associates all get 5 years because that's like the minimum for a non-violent
crime of this magnitude.
Not magnitude, it's like type. Like it's like a breaking and not breaking, like for a robbery of this type or whatever. I don't know the exact
grand larceny.
Yeah, I can't remember the exact term I'm looking for, but yeah. And so that's the bare minimum. They got that. They were sentenced, but Leo gets 10 years. And he's sentenced in 2005, released in 2009 on parole, but he gets violated on his parole in 2011. Can you guess why?
Did he try to do another heist?
No, it's bullshit.
Speeding ticket.
No. He didn't pay his restitution.
So he got a fine and he just didn't pay the fine.
No. Restitution. He has to pay back what he stole.
So where did the money go?
No, it's never been accounted for.
Well, fuck me. The King of Keys has it.
Yeah, that's legitimately.
The King of Keys is fucking living it up in Tahiti.
Is he just fucked off with the money, and that's why he's unknown? He's like, I'm an old man. I'm gonna fuck off with this money. So he had to serve the rest of his sentence. The warrant for non-payment of restitution is issued in 2011. He's arrested in 2013. He finished his sentence in 2017. He didn't get any additional time, from what I understand. He just had to do that.
This is bullshit. Only Speedy should have gotten time. He's the only one who should have gotten time.
Honestly, at a certain point, as long as it's non-violent, I feel like a crime, once you reach a prestige factor in the crime, I kind of feel like you shouldn't be punished at that point. At that point, it's like similar to a white hat hacker kind of situation. Like, hey, you pointed out some flaws in our security. Like, the guys who looted the Louvre a year or so, a couple years ago. That's the kind of thing. Like, I'm like, I don't think they should be doing time. I think they pointed out some very clear issues in security. Like, I don't think they should get to keep their shit, but I don't think you should be doing time.
We call that an unauthorized security stress test.
Yes. That's how it should be treated, in my opinion.
I am of the genuine opinion that as long as your crime is non-violent, like if you just steal something, it shouldn't be based on the amount that you steal. It should be proportional to the
harm that was done to the organization.
Right. Yeah. So if you steal if you steal like $1 million from a bank that's worth like multiple billions, like, you know, like maybe 6 months parole.
It's whatever.
But if you steal like if you like steal a car from like a poor single mother, then like yeah, throw them in jail, like throw away the key.
Agreed. So where this third party comes in is he did an interview. It doesn't say what year, but where he claims that a diamond merchant hired them for the heist, and that's where he claims specifically 18 million. I'm guessing that's a euro. It looks like a E kind of.
Yeah, it's a euro.
Okay. And that it was part of insurance fraud. So what I'm reading off of claims that the insurance fraud is not likely because the Diamond Center itself couldn't get insurance policies, but that doesn't mean the individuals couldn't insure their items per se, because that's a different story. You can still insure your items.
So it wouldn't have been the Diamond Center itself that was committing the insurance fraud. It would have been like, for example, De Beers.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That seems like something De Beers would do.
Do you know anything about De Beers?
Oh boy, do I.
You want to give us a little history lesson?
Yeah. Yeah, so they started out their history as a basically like using slave labor in Africa to mine diamonds.
Gross. Fucking gross.
And then became like one of the big jewelry sellers in Europe. And then eventually they got so big that they just bought out all of their competition, and now they have basically a monopoly on all diamonds on the planet. And so that's why diamonds are so expensive, even though they're relatively relatively easy to get out of the ground. You can find them almost in basically any country. The only reason that they're as expensive and prestigious as they are is because the stock, the actual market for diamonds, is completely monopolized by this one company.
I knew it was owned by so I thought it was an oligarchy or I can't get that term.
Oligarchy.
Yes. I thought it was just like a group of individuals that I didn't think it was like actually accumulated on like 90% of one individual, but I thought it was like, hey, it's 90%, but like it's like 4 different individuals, but they're just colluding kind of.
Yeah, like a cartel. It's not even really a cartel because this one company bought out all of the other members of the cartel. So it's just like it's like a legally like recognized cartel at this point.
Damn.
So anyways, yeah, that's why lab-grown diamonds are fun, because they're way cheaper. They are, for all practical purposes, completely indistinguishable, and you can guarantee...
And they're hell of a lot more ethical because you're not doing slave labor, because 90% of the diamonds come out with, like, borderline slave child labor.
Yeah, either like slave labor or child labor, or like blood diamonds come from combat zones, and all of the money used to extract the diamonds is going into the pockets of, like, brutal warlords and dictators. Or you could just get a lab-grown diamond that's pretty much better in every conceivable way, morally, financially, quality-wise.
I feel like I would go with lab-grown. I'm not gonna lie. Like, when I actually, like, if I ever have money to propose with a nice ring, that's not just like from like Walmart or a K's or whatever, like whatever.
Right, yeah. In some cases, like a piece of jewelry with a diamond that would cost like $2,000
costs a hell of, like, it's like a couple hundred at that point.
Yeah, if you got the exact same piece of jewelry but with lab-grown diamonds, it would be like a couple $100s. Like, genuinely, like, it actually puts like diamond jewelry like into the range where like average, regular, everyday people can afford it, which is how diamonds are.
It tells that 3 months salary bullshit to fuck off.
Although if you did do the 3 month salary thing with lab grown diamonds, you could get a fucking huge engagement ring, just fucking enormous. Yeah, like if she smacks her hand on a doorknob or something, it'll register on the Richter scale. It's so fucking big.
So this has been adapted into a couple different movies and like talked about. So Flawless Inside the Largest Diamond Heist in History. Then there's a Netflix movie, Stolen Heist of the Century, which was based on a book that was released about this. There's an Audible original series called Heist where they cover it, the first episode. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Travel Channel did a Mysteries at the Museum episode on it. They did a TV show called History's Greatest Heists, and it was the first episode on it. And there was going to be a Paramount Pictures film made based on it because they optioned the rights, but it expired. Can you guess which director? Because this is like a major, big name director was going to.
James Cameron.
No, but you're in the right. Like you're in the same.
Steven Spielberg.
You're really close.
Oh, who else?
Same caliber.
Oh, same caliber. I was gonna say. Who's the guy who did the Transformers movie, but he's not even close to the same caliber.
No, he. You're gonna slap. You're gonna do like a face palm.
Mel Brooks.
No. Not. This is like an actual serious director. They've done a lot of sci-fi as well. So you're right in that same ballpark.
Shit, Joss Whedon?
No, I would say he's like a step or like he's not quite on Spielberg or James Cameron's level. Think Jay. I'm really leading you by the nose at this point.
Oh shit, it's gonna be really obvious when you say it.
You gonna throw in the towel? Give me one more guess, and if you get it wrong, I will give you the answer.
No, just give it to me.
J.J. Abrams.
God damn it! God damn it!
You were so fucking close.
I was so fucking close.
Like that is like right there. Like I think he's a little bit younger than Steven Spielberg and James Cameron, but like he's like
like
his heyday was still like when they were like in the middle of theirs and still putting out a bunch of big shit too.
Yeah, like he's the good Michael Bay.
Yeah, basically. They did the BBC World Service did a podcast episode on it. Amazon released Everyone Loves Diamonds, which is an Italian series based on it. And then Screen Rant did an interview with a guy named Christian Gudegast.
Fucking Dutch people, man.
He's an American writer, filmmaker, and director. And
oh shit, he's American. Never mind.
it is. He said his film was based in part on the 2003 Antwerp diamond heist. Den of Thieves 2: Pantera.
Never fucking heard of it.
I haven't either.
Gudegast, that might actually just be a German name.
It is Gudegast.
Oh, Gudegast. Yeah, that's German.
Okay, it's Gudegast. But yeah, this is one of those ones that's on the same, like it's considered on the same level as our Baker Street robbery, which I had a lot of fun with that episode too. Both of these feel very like that's a movie, right? That didn't happen in real life. Or this.
Yeah. It sounds like you were reading off the plot of a movie.
When you describe it, you think, oh, that's just the movie version, right? That's not how it actually happened in real life.
Yeah, like all that this was missing was like the female member of the heist crew that is like literally only there for eye candy.
Yeah.
That's the only tell that this isn't a movie script.
Well, we don't know anything about the King of Thieves. Maybe it was the Queen of the King of Keys. Maybe it was the Queen of Keys, and we never know. And she was just a really hot cougar.
Really hot, rich cougar that got away with a heist.
Yeah, because it kind of sounds like whoever was king of the keys made off with the money, probably. That, or if you believe in the mafia angle, the mafia got the money.
In 2003, you know who the big mafia, was the biggest, like most active mafia organization on the planet was during that time in 2003? Toronto.
The fuck?
No, not Toronto. Montreal. The most active and also the most violent Italian mob organization on the planet during that period of time, Quebec.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Any last words before we hop off here, Derek?
No, just, man, this one really was just a fucking movie, wasn't it?
I think this is the shortest episode, but like the most engaging episode, if I like, not like of like mystery dockets, obviously. I feel like we've been locked in a little bit more with some of your topics, but like, just for like how much was there and how much I told, because like,
But yeah, this was a really cool one. It's so fucking funny that this shit actually happened in real life.
You mentioned it earlier. This is just a dude's rock kind of situation.
This is a Dudes Rock episode.
So where can they find you on the social medias, Derek's?
They can find me on the Blue Skies at Visigoth. The O is a 0. Tim, give them the good stuff.
They can find me's at Blue Sky at Tim, aka Otis, and they can find the podcast on Facebook and Instagram at the Alexander Society Pod, on Blue Sky at Alex Society Pod, and then if they want to look at our old TikToks, Alexander Society.
Mm-hmm.
And life's been on our way. It's no big deal. We've only put out 5 episodes this year. I just realized that's crazy. It's crazy. That's nice. I'm looking forward to this.
Hell yeah.
We'll go ahead and sign off. If you liked what you listened, give us a rate and review on your streaming platform of choice, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.